from you. Introduce yourself.
So my name is Vishwabahu Ashok Kumar Trivedi. I graduated in 2019 from Government Engineering College, Dahod, Gujarat, in mechanical field. After that, I was preparing for public sector exams, and simultaneously, I was providing coaching to school students. And after preparing for around 1 year, I got selected in the State Bank of India in clerical cadre. So I was posted at a rural branch, and I worked there for 5 months, and then I got selected in EPFO, Employees Provident Fund Organization, and then I switched to it. And currently, I'm posted at EPFO Regional Office Ahmedabad, and currently I'm posted in Intelligence Wing of EPFO. Talking about my interest, I like to play guitar and I like to sing. So in my college days, I used to take part in events such as cultural nights, pressure parties, sports events. So wherever I used to see mic, I used to go there and perform and try to entertain people. So that's about me. Thank you, sir.
Moving ahead, just I wanted to know, I mean, what is your greatest achievement or the big thing that you have done so far as an officer in APFO or you are working in SBI? Any big thing that you have did?
So uh, I wouldn't say it's a big thing or not, like, but wherever I perform my task in particular way, and if I get successful in that, it's a big thing because what we are doing is providing social security, and it's a big thing currently. Like if the employees get covered, they can get benefit of EPF Act, and in the retirement, it is they somehow they get safe because of that. So it's a big thing currently what I'm doing right now. So every day is like an achievement for me, sir.
So as you're already working with EPFO, so why SEBI, and why do you think that this is the right job for you?
So, ma'am, talking about when I thought about preparing for SEBI, there are it's an amalgamation of few factors which I thought, and after that I started preparing for the exam to state that it's a very prestigious organization in India and also internationally, and also it's a dynamic organization, and it has a as far as I know it has a very good work culture, so it would provide me a better learning opportunities. And also in the later part of my career, if possible, I would get to become a part of the regulation and policy formation, so it also attracts me. And also I am looking for some growth in my career, so that is the some of the main reasons. That is why I want to switch and I want to come to SEBI.
So as you said regarding policy formation, then why not RBI? How can you differentiate this between RBI and SEBI? Like as you already told me about the number of employees, the work culture there, but what about the policy formation? Uh, RBI is also known for regulating the banking system, coming out with monetary policy. So it is creating a great impact on the Indian economy. So what extent can you differentiate it with SEBI?
No doubt, ma'am, that RBI is also working in the policy formation domain, and anyone who can get even in SEBI or even in RBI, it would be very wonderful for them to get selected in these reputed organizations. But as far as it's a personal choice, and I want to work towards the securities market and the capital market of India. That is why I am currently I'm only preparing for SEBI, and I want to join SEBI.
Okay. So you are interested in the securities market, as you said.
Yes.
So can you tell some of the committees that SEBI has restructured, or it has framed some working groups? Can you name few of them?
Recently, just a few days back, ESG committee was formed. ESG, which stands for Environment, Social, and Governance. That committee was formed, and it would look after the ESG reforms in India. What particularly in for as per Indian markets, what can be like made out of it as per the Indian standards. So that is working for it. And also recently mutual fund committee was also formed, and one of other committees I am not able to recall.
Okay, fine. So we have seen that LIC has come up with one of the largest IPO in India. So can you tell me what's the process of IPO?
Ma'am, in the IPO process, company first comes up with the prospectus, and it also has to file the prospectus with SEBI before the opening of uh, the issue, and also they have to issue the prospectus to the stock exchange. If the stock exchange allows them, and also SEBI looks into it, and if SEBI confirms, then the IPO can come out. So in that, first there are two major things. Is the it is like price formation. There are basically two things, that fixed price and book building process. So in both the ways, the company can come out with their price of issue of per share. And after that, there is the process of anchor investors. Like before the issue of the IPO, a few days back, the anchor investors can buy the securities, and they can purchase that. And after that, there are 3 to 10 days are given to a retail investor or non-institutional investor, and also QIB investors to take part in this IPO process. And after the IPO is closed, whoever gets the shares, and they get credited to their account, and the shares get listed on the stock exchange, which the company wants to list on particular stock exchanges. So it
Right.
so process.
So what are retail investors?
Ma'am, retail investors are investors whose they are investing less than 2 lakh. So up to 2 lakh, whoever is investing, they come under the definition of retail investors.
I think the limit has been increased now. Can you please
It's,
recall if
it's,
there is increase in limit?
I believe it's up to 5 lakh, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the percentage of stake that SEBI has allowed in case of disinvestment in LIC?
Ma'am, as per their valuation, it was around 6 lakh crore, and as of that 21,000 is allowed to issue for share, and 3.5% stake. The percentage wise, 3.5% stake is allowed by SEBI, or government is coming out with.
Yeah. So that was an exceptional scenario. Otherwise, it is generally 5%, the minimum stake allowed by SEBI.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. One last question I'd like to ask. So, for converting a private company into a public limited, what are the essential requirements?
First, they
So, I hope you know the number of members and the directors in private
yes.
and public.
So that numberings are like in private company, there are minimum 2 members which are required to form a private company. So if it wants to become a public company, there the number would become 7. For minimum number of members would be 7. Also, minimum number of directors would be 3 in case of public company, and in case of private company, it is 2 only. So it's also a maximum number of people can which can have in a private company are 200, are kept to 200, and in public company there can be a number of people who are shareholders, can be a number of people.
Yeah. So, for this purpose, which resolution has to be passed?
Special resolution should be passed.
Exactly. And the changes in the articles of association has to be done for this purpose.
Yes.
That's great to ask you. What is SDF and how RBI is using this tool?
Okay. SDF stands for Standing Deposit Facility. and currently it changed from reverse repo rate to standing facility. RBI's monetary policy has in last to last monetary policy, it introduced this tool of standing deposit facility. So in standing deposit facility, whenever banks has more amount or excess liquidity, they can park with the Reserve Bank of India, and in which RBI doesn't have to provide any collateral to the banks. And also, it is more than reverse repo rate. The current rate of STF is more than reverse repo rate. So at least that much interest would banks would benefit that minimum interest because of STF's introduction.
Right. So, so what's the difference exactly between a reverse repo rate and SDF?
So, ma'am, that main difference is of collateral. In reverse repo rate, RBI had to provide the collateral against excess liquidity which provided by the banks, and in STF, RBI doesn't have to provide the collateral.
Very good. Very.
Just moving further, just I wanted to know, I mean, what are duties and what are the functions that as EPFO, as an office, as an organization is providing?
So, sir, EPF has like three acts: Employees Pension Act, Employees Provident Fund Act, and also EDLI Act, which is Insurance Linked Act. So, in which like employees 12% share of its basic pay, and DA would get deducted, and also the employer would also provide same amount, and they get the provident fund benefit at their retirement, and also they get the benefit of pension at the retirement. Also, if someone gets if the member's death happen, then their nominees can get the benefit of EDLI, and they get that their insurance is also covered, and they also can get up to 7 lakh rupees, the nominees.